Before we begin, feel where your body is touching something. The chair, the floor, your skin, your hair, the fabric you're wearing, and the ground beneath your life. You don't have to agree with me. You don't need to improve or fix anything. Just let your body listen. This is not advice. This is a transmission. And take what lands and leave the rest. Notice in your body if you want to run. If there's an impulse to move, to fidget, to scratch, to check out. I want to tell you about the moment movement became liberation. Vienna, 2012, 11 p.m. Fluorescent lights, treadmill. Running to exhaust myself, to not feel, to sleep, to check out, to switch myself off, to disappear. Now, forest trails, crisp air, breath alive in my body, feeling air in my skin, feeling my muscles working, my bones moving. Or in Mexico, feeling cool air of the morning where the sun is already hitting my skin and it's warm, hearing the birds. Running became play. I always loved running. I started as a teenager, and in my high school we ran a lot. It also spoiled my relationship with Nordic skiing, but I also healed that. Like, I've been loving skate skiing for the last 2 years. So yeah, always loved running, competing in running. But Vienna Law 1.0 really soured it for those reasons of trying to switch myself off, using it as what feels like an unhealthy coping mechanism, a way of shutting myself down. It made it bitter somewhat. It made it pressurized. And I'm noticing how I'm holding my hands right now, right? It made it like hard, difficult, inward, pushy. And then there were some memorable moments where something started to feel good about it again. One was with a roommate in North Vancouver who took me out to run on the trails of North Vancouver, which are extremely beautiful. They're so stunning. And yeah, we were just going wild and crazy and just playing around in the forest, and we had so much fun doing it. And that was when I first tapped into this magic of play in the running. You're just moving fast through the forest and you're, I don't know, high-fiving with the tree or feeling the fresh air. And then I also had some memorable experiences before that. One of them was in Jackson, Wyoming, where my partner at the time was away in Kashmir for a work trip, and I was all by myself in the house. And I was like, ski conditions weren't great, so I went for a run, and I actually had so much fun. And also in Malawi on the tea farm, running was an incredible, beautiful way for me to anchor into the chaos there and connect with the land and this like very red earth and really see the vibrancy of the very green tea leaves. So there were moments in my life where running felt more fun again after 15 years ago, after this time where I abused running. And then in Revelstoke, but also in my hometown where I grew up in Austria, there are some really incredible trails where you run on trails forever. You don't meet a soul. There's like roots and rocks and it's like up and down and there's so much going on. You see birds and butterflies and flowers or whatever seasonal appearances there are in nature, and it's just so much fun to go out and explore and play. So yeah, there's a challenge, it's fun, it's playful, and it's alive. And what a stark contrast from Vienna, Treadmill, 11 p.m, phosphorescent light, your back is hurting because you've been sitting the whole day and then you're running on a treadmill, to, wow, I get to play outside, jump over rocks, over roots, through puddles, and oh my God, North Vancouver, or here too, sometimes you get so wet when you run. So yeah, there's a very stark contrast. And during Law 2.0 in Vienna, we received running coaching, which was actually incredibly helpful and so much fun to learn more about form and shape and what can actually improve your running. So that was amazing. A new thing for me is that I love running with friends. I don't always have to be the fastest or the best, but can it be a playful thing, a social activity? And a running clinic, which a dear friend here in town organized and I got to attend, was a huge game changer for me. She made it so playful. Like everything she taught us was just about play and having fun. And I went in with this imposter syndrome thing of like, I'm not good enough to be here, and all those are pro trail runners, and kind of true, like they're all competing in some kind of crazy runs, and I was just like, la-di-da, I'm here now too. But I had fun, and it shifted a lot and helped me move from this narrative I had, from this limiting belief that I'm bad at running, that it actually can be super fun. It's not true that I'm bad at running. I don't think anyone is bad at running. Maybe it is tied to this conditioning I uncovered recently that I'm not allowed to win. But now I gave myself full permission of wanting to win. Like I'm so allowed to want to win. It's just way more fun. Running is also a thing you can do wherever you go. I'm like, wow, this is turning into a promo video for running. Go get running shoes and maybe some big brands like Arc'teryx or Solomon or whatever trail running brand wants to sponsor me now because I'm talking about running this much. Kidding, not kidding. So yeah, running, it's so simple. Yeah, you bring your shoes and you just go. And it's fun, it's easy, it's fast, it's playful, it's alive, it feels good, mostly pushes your boundaries. And it's also my personal exploration, it's a softening everywhere. Yeah, can I just go and play and have fun, or do I need to, I never check my time when I run, I just go. And try to go a little bit longer every day right now, but I just go and I don't care how long I take, and maybe at some point I'll be curious about that again, but right now I'm not. And it's a constant exploration. And also while I'm running, like in my life, and out there on the trails, I'm checking in. I'm like, oh, where am I holding on? Like, where in my body am I pushing? Or where can I just allow for the momentum, the movement to carry me? And that's also such a beautiful metaphor for life, right? Where am I pushing? Or where is the pull? And I spoke to that in a previous episode. And big ones for me personally are my jaw, my forehead. You might have noticed that watching those videos. I often do this. And my inner thighs. And taking a conscious exhale. And letting those areas soften. And it's accessible, right? It's accessible. Try it right now with me. You maybe even close your eyes and be like, okay, where am I holding? And then take a deep breath. Soften. And yes, that requires as a prerequisite safety. That requires safety. And it's been such a huge development for me from movement as punishment or control, also thinking back about my very strict, very devoted, very disciplined, very punishing Ashtanga yoga practice. Same, movement. To movement as expression and freedom and liberation. And it's been so awesome. It's been so fun. And yeah, way more fun. I care a lot less if I'm the last or if I'm behind when we go ski touring, when we go running. I care so much less if I'm on time with movement cues and in life in general. That's a story for another time. And I recently received this beautiful feedback of this person being in a yoga practice, in a yoga class with me, like a yoga class I attended, and I took my time, and this person noticed that my movements were a little bit behind cues, and me taking my time offered the permission field, opened the permission field to them to take their time too. So good, so good. And also, don't hide your athletic side. Don't hide your sporty spice. And on this recent trip to Mexico, I ran pretty much every morning just because I woke up at 5 a.m. and it was beautiful outside. And I woke up all those windows of my bedroom, like looking out into the jungle and seeing the sun come up and the birds and hearing them. I was like, I want to go. I want to move my body. And it was so fun to be seen as sporty spice, to be seen in my athletic self. And we did a photo shoot, an underwater photo shoot in the cenotes, in those underwater caves. And it required long breath holds. And I would just go, and it was so fun. And then there was this feedback. I was like, yeah, Flora can't do it, we can't do it. And I was just like, oh, it felt so good. And I felt so seen in my capability, like in my physical capability and power and strength. And running really helps with all that, right? And in the beginning, it might be hard, and it will be hard, but starting small and then adding up. And then it gives you so much more freedom in other places too, right? Like but yeah, like really being in a physically capable body is so empowering, and especially in a male body. Yeah, how do you use your energy? And I imagine you spend a lot of your day doing this. Doesn't matter if you're driving or computering or meeting. And how do you actually feel your physical power? How do you feel your warrior? How do you feel your strength? What are the opportunities in your life you're creating for yourself to feel strong, to feel masculine, powerful. And yes, softness is a beautiful masculine power too, but do you run? Do you do any martial arts? Like, what is your physical outlet as well? So powerful. And I'm coming back to this new ownership I've been exploring of my powerful, my athletic, my strong, and also my competitive side. That's a great story. So I was playing a board game recently with my best friend and her partner, and I was so sure I'm gonna win, and I did not. I did not win, and I didn't like it at all. Barely said goodnight and just kind of, fumed away. And then the next morning, I was like, oh, kind of want to acknowledge my behavior from last night. And I did that, and then my friend laughs and he's like, yeah, that's cute and that's funny and thanks for saying that. Yeah, you're so competitive. And I was like, me? I am not competitive. I'm not competitive. And she was like, wow, you're so you are competitive, Flora, and it's not a bad thing. And that made me feel ashamed and proud at the same time. I was like, oh, I'm competitive. And I took that into an art therapy session exploration, and it uncovered this piece around not being allowed to want to win. And I now love it. Like, wow, I'm allowed to want to win at life. I'm allowed to want to win. And really this permission slip. And I love it. I love it. And it's a new flavor to power in my personal life. And maybe there is some layers of that, some resonances in that for you, where you can be like, oh, where can I rewire, re-establish my relationship with specific qualities. I love how, for me personally, the softening, the opening, and the becoming, like the softening and the opening and becoming stronger through that instead of the pushing. I stopped running from my body and started running inside it. And it's so much more fun to, instead of running away, to actually take along all those parts and feel them move and feel them breathe and feel them being so alive. And I dare to say, the way you move your body is the way you treat your life. Do you ever dance? Again, coming back to this question, how do you move your body? How do you let your body move? How do you let your body express? And in Vienna, for me, that was still punishment, control, exhaustion, execution. Right now, it's play, it's freedom, it's pleasure, it's liberation. How good does it feel when you have sweat running over your face and you're just moving? And I used my body as a tool, as a machine, as something to optimize, to control, to exhaust into submission. But when the movement became pleasure, everything softened and everything became stronger. Softness didn't make me weaker. It made me more available for life. And that's it. All that is life force, energy. It's eros. It's this powerful, it's life moving through me. Can I allow life to move me? And I imagine you were taught, go faster, push harder, never stop, keep going, no matter what. It's not inherently a bad thing. We like persistency, we like consistency. But when it comes with the messaging that your body is something you need to control, your body is a problem to solve, that's a problem. And when you stop treating your body like an enemy, it becomes your ally. Stop treating your body as an enemy, and it becomes your ally. Movement is not punishment anymore. It's expression, it's liberation. And you don't run to escape, you run to feel. And imagine how that shows up in the bedroom. Yeah? You're not punishing or pushing. And yes, you are penetrating, but you're penetrating as an expression of your aliveness, of your liberation, of your freedom. Let me know how that goes. Penetration as liberation. What was running for at 11 p.m. in Vienna on the treadmill, and what is it for now? Back then, it was for numbing, for pushing, for disconnecting, for shutting down, for stopping. Bringing so much exhaustion, switching off my brain so I could sleep. And running now, it's full of playfulness, aliveness, silliness, eros. And that shift happened gradually. Again, I shared about those little moments over the years in the beginning, but really in the last 5 years where I've been honoring my body more as this vessel of expression, of aliveness, and not a machine that needs to be punished or pushed. And trust me, it's way more pleasurable. It's way more fun. I'm having so much more fun now. And I'm also better, right? Like I'm a better runner, I'm a better ski tourer because I allow for the pleasure to move instead of the punishment to push. What's one place in my body that softened when movement stopped being about control? My jaw, my thighs, my chest, what exhaled? What relaxed? What came possible? I just touched that in the previous answer. My pussy softened. There was a big softening all over the place, my chest. I used to be like this for many years, and now I'm just like way more free in my expression, liberated. And I also still want to acknowledge all the work I've done around feeling safe in my body, which has been fundamental for also this kind of liberation. And now movement as medicine, as a liberation practice. And in our times, we don't move enough anymore, especially if you're living a corporate career, which asks you to be seated so much. Like, how do you actually move your body? What became possible when I gave myself the permission to want to win? Competitive Flora, sporty thighs, athletic side unhidden, unleashed. What shifted? Again, way more fun. Like, oh, I'm actually allowed to win. What a liberation. Allowed to want to win. And it's funny, like actually yesterday on a run, I was thinking about, I'm so curious what it would be like to actually run. And I've been thinking about that multiple times in the last few years, but to actually partake in a running competition. Like, what would it feel like to compete in a trail run? And I'm so fired up about it. I'm so excited about it. And also this permission to want to win at life. And it's little moments where I can actually choose how that shows up for me or how it looks like for me. And I'd say overall, it's really been a shift into more fun, more playfulness, more exhale, bigness, expansion, largeness. Very fun. You use your body as punishment. Or maybe you even feel punished by your body because it's not doing as it should. What if it could be pleasure? What if your body could be pleasure instead of punishment? And if all this is touching you, landing in you, take a moment to be in your body with the next few questions, or come back at another time. And taking time to move, to wiggle, to give yourself a sway, a shake, a big breath out, and a full breath in. Let that go. Question number 1. Where are you forcing instead of feeling? Where are you forcing instead of feeling? Letting your brain, your mind melt into your body. All your awareness into your body. Where are you forcing instead of feeling? Noticing sensations. Maybe your body wants to express with movement, with sound. It's so welcome, let it. Where are you forcing instead of feeling? Question number 2. What would movement look like as pleasure? Movement as pleasure. What would that look like? What would it feel like? Noticing sensations in your body. What would movement look like as pleasure? Movement as pleasure. Question number 3. What softens when you stop controlling? What in you softens when you stop controlling? Just noticing. softness didn't make me weaker. It opened me, it made me more available for life, for pleasure, for strength. If this is landing in your body, the weekly letter from me, Flora Petri, to you is below. And this is where I share first about my private, exclusive programs and what wants to move through me. Comment, like, share with someone who think would benefit from this. Find me when you're ready.